Quick advice, if you guys are ever in the situation where you're at the movies and you see a girl, unexpectedly see a very large girl who is notorious for grabbing your ass for some scary, obsessive reason, what I recommend you doing is screaming or that you pooped, you shat in your pants, screaming and running away, because she's not, I figured it out. Things connected up there, and I figured out that she will not want to touch me down there, in the back area, if she thinks that there's feces within it. Good idea, right? Yeah. Okay, so Warrior's Way. Now, just from the trailer, you can tell this movie is going to be ultra cliche. You know how it's going to pan out from start to finish, but at the same time, before I even knew anything about it, I was like, okay, cool, I haven't seen a good Western in a long time, and that, you know, it looked like it could be okay. When the trailer came out, I was like, wow, this does not look like it's in my taste, but I liked the visual style of it, so I thought I'd give it a chance, but honestly, it did not look like it was going to impress me at all. It just looked like nothing short of mediocre. That's pretty much how it turned out. Now, it's one of those movies that looks like it could be like kind of a satire of like a certain genre or genre blender. It kind of reminds me of Shanghai Noon in those movies, like, at the same time where it would have its own basis in seriousness, and through that, like, based on that, it could come up with its own originality. But this movie just takes itself way too seriously, is extremely unintentionally funny, and it's just ridiculous. The visual style, yes, is very cool. It's actually very nicely directed. But at the same time, when you have this surreal feel to it, I love surrealism, but at that, you have to have some even metaphorical basis in reality for it to work. And this doesn't. It takes itself seriously. It has no reason for this. It is ridiculous. It's all over the place. It's wacky. It is goofy. And it could have been like a decent movie. It could have just been like a B movie, but it really just tries way too hard. It's one of the movies that, like, when I saw it, I was like, all right, maybe it looks like it's trying to be funny, but in fact, it's really not. It's really one of those movies where you question why it's even made, because it's not there to impress critics, and it's not there to make money. It honestly can do neither of those things. So I really wonder why they thought it'd be a good idea, other than the fact, I mean, maybe if this movie was like, it had a lower budget, or it had a lower release, just to get this director out there, because I think the director, he's fine. He has potential. If they gave him some decent script, he could do good, but there's just nothing offered here. I doubt any of you guys planned on seeing this movie anyway, but I don't recommend it. If it's on TV, sure, fine. There are a couple really cool action fight scenes. You know, it is just, I can't really hate it because it's just so harmless. You know, I wasn't disappointed because I wasn't expecting anything. So really, I don't hate this movie. I just don't think it's well made. Really no point in getting upset or angry about it. Just, I'm baffled that this movie was even given, like, this large of a release. There's just nothing of legitimate cinema sustenance here. I'll give it like a 5 out of 10 just because I'm that split. Like, I just really couldn't care less about this movie. Speaking of which, I walked in the movie bathroom to witness a man who pooped on his hand. Actually, he wasn't pooping. There was poop on his hand. He was trying to wipe it. It was just a long story. Like, you know, you can marginally see part of, like, the stall. I just see a hand with poop on it. Just guy trying to wipe it off. I felt it must have been a terrible night for him. I don't even know how that happened. Like, was there no toilet paper and that's what he had to use, or was it just like, whoops, pooped in my hand, whoops.